Well, right behind me, I've got the new 2025 Ford Maverick Lobo. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Jason and I do reviews on vehicles here in Canada, so reviews just like this. If you love car reviews, be sure to like this video and also subscribe to the channel. And also thank you to Mayfield Ford for allowing me to review this beautiful Lobo. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over the different models that you can get with the Ford Mavericks, the safety features that you do get with this model here, the exterior, the interior, the infotainment system, and of course the pricing. And also I'll put up the window sticker on the screen because this does have the upgraded equipment group, which is the 702A, so you get a bunch of different features compared to the 402A package. So as you can see on the screen here, I pulled up the list of what is included on top of the 402A package. So with the 702A package, you get all of these things. Now this is a lot of things, and I think this is probably the best package to get if you are gonna get this truck right here. Now the Lobos definitely remind me of something that's out of the Fast and Furious, especially if you do get the iconic blue color. But even the wheels and everything and just how this truck is dressed up directly from the factory, it definitely reminds me something out of that movie. Also, you've got things like lobe mode on this, which is pretty much your torque vectoring, and that helps shift the torque between the drive wheels to improve cornering, performance, and of course the understeer. And this also has the performance tuned springs and shocks. There's also the upgraded engine cooling, so you get a larger radiator, fan, and transmission oil cooler. Now for the safety features that you do get with this and with the upgraded package that this has, so you do get the Ford Copilot 360 Assist. There's also the Pro Trailer Backup Assist, the Pro Trailer Hitch Assist, and then of course your pre-collision assist with automatic braking and the Bliss with cross traffic alert. Now in terms of the different models that you can get with the Mavericks, this will be the XL, XLT, Lobo, Lariat, and of course the Tremor. All right, in terms of what powers the Maverick here, you do have a 2-liter EcoBoost engine. Now just driving this around the parking lot, this is very responsive and very punchy. And this is going to give you 250 horsepower and 277 pound-foot of torque. Fuel economy wise, you're looking at about 11.2 liters per 100 kilometers in the city and about 7.8 liters per 100 kilometers on the highway. Towing wise, you can tow about 2,000 pounds when you are equipped properly. And in terms of your payload, you're looking at a little over 1,000 pounds. All right, let's start off in the front of this beautiful, beautiful Lobo. I love all of the distinctive features that this thing has. So down here on your bumper area, you do have the body color underneath, of course, and then this trim piece, which is the black typical plastic. You've also got the front safety sensors that do run across. You've got a sensor there in the middle and kind of like this lower open grille area with the shutters, as you can see, which do open and close automatically. You've also got the LED fog lights, and even around those you do have like this black plastic, but still got the lines and stuff, so it kind of gives it some sort of a nice look in my opinion. And then you just move into this very cool, very aggressive looking grille area. I love how this is shaped. It's not fully straight. Let me show you from the side. It kind of like bends into like the whole vehicle, so this from like an angle or even the front looks very, very cool. And of course all of this is gloss black. You've got the blacked out Ford badge and a front facing camera right underneath. And then you move into your very cool looking and distinctive front LED headlights. I love the LED lights that come around there, and then of course in the center you've got your typical lights. But taking a step back, you can see this thing looks very, very nice. And speaking of the performance shocks and all of that, from factory you do get a lower stance on this, so it gives you a 1-inch factory lowered ride height, which is pretty cool. All right, coming around to the side of the Maverick here, you can see you've got the distinctive Maverick look on this, of course. And with this one, if you look up top here, you do get a power sunroof, which is always a good thing to have in any vehicle, I think. And then around your windows, you do have the blacked out typical rubber look. As for your door handles, you do get these in body color. And I like the designing even on this, like the trimming here. Very, very neat. And coming to your side mirrors here, you've got the body color up top. You got the plastic right here. And then on the side here, you do have the side mirror camera. So this has cameras all around. I want to show you that inside on the touchscreen. Now on the fender here, you've got this trim piece, which also says Lobo in gloss black, and even more of the nice little designing there. And then you move into these very unique, very cool looking actually wheels I love what they did with these. They just look so unique on this. And these are your 19-inch turbofan styled black painted aluminum wheels. And if I do take a step back, you can see these wheels complement this very, very good, especially if you get the beautiful blue color. These just stand out a lot. And then up front here on the side of the bumper, you do have your reflective light there. All right, let's come around to the rear of the Lobo here. And again, you got the typical Maverick looks back here. Now on the rear bumper, you do have obviously the body color. You've got the plastic piecing right there. If you are using this for work or anything like that and you need to step on this for whatever reason, you do have that protection. You've also got the rear safety sensors that run across. You've got the hitch right there and then your outlet and whatnot. Now you can't see, but underneath you do have your spare tire, and then you just move into your tailgate area. Now there's only like 2-3 things on this, and as you can see, you've got the massive Maverick lettering, which is engraved into the tailgate. You've got another blacked out Ford badge, and then you have your rear backup camera here. And then right next to your tailgate handle, you've got a light. And then you move into these unique looking tail lights. I really like the designing on this because if you take a look up close, especially like this area, and then like down here too, it kind of looks very unique. Almost like crystals, but obviously not. But again, it just looks nice, and the attention to detail on this is very, very good. Like even inside the housing here, you've got the blacked out trimming with the textured trim inside, so all of that does stand out. And this one also has the tonneau cover added to it, as you can see. Now let's go ahead and open up the tailgate and see what we have going on inside. So when you do open it, be careful because this is not assist opening, it just drops down. And back here you do have the spray-on bed liner, which I think is a must-have in any truck. And then inside you have all of your hooks and everything built into the corners. You've also got the adjustable ones on both of the sides there. And you've got the LED bed lighting, which is only on this side. You've also got a 120 volt outlet there. And then on this side, you do have like this cubby storage area, so you can definitely hide things in here and just tuck them away like that. Now over on the rear glass area, the middle window here is power opening. All right, let's come into the rear and take a look at what is different about the Lobo. So as you open the door, you can see there's no full black interior. You've got the beautiful like blue interior going on, which I think pops out a lot. And then down here, you do have your water bottle spot and then more spots right over here, or you can use them as storage, however. And then yeah, like all of this, you have this beautiful blue color, which definitely pops out. And one thing to note, even on like this plastic piece here, as you can see, it is a little bit texture trimming. Even to like touch it, it's a bit rough, so it's not plain. So I do actually like that because it adds some sort of character to this plastic trimming. And then up by your armrest area, you do have the soft touch material. And then over here, you have your typical unique looking door handle area. And even this, you have in this blue color on the inside, which is unique. More of the nice designing here. And then this gray trimming here, now it's plain here, but then when you look at it here, you almost have like this 3D patterning, 3D look to it, which is very, very good. And then up top, the plastic trimming continues. And just to show you a difference, so this is plastic here. You can see it's much different compared to this. I prefer this one over just the plain. All right, let's check out the seats because these are very, very unique on this. So not only do you have just a black interior, right? Typical, but look at all this. You have the neon stitching, the blue stitching, and then even here, you have like the nice textured trimming. And then if you look even more closely, you have like these blue splatters, if you would call it, all over the seat here and on the back. And with the contrast stitching and the middle section here being very different, I love how the seats look on this. I think by far on any pickup truck, these are my favorite as of right now. Just the way that these are designed and how everything just stands out to the stitching, the middle and the back here. If you go ahead and drop down the center here, you will have your rear cup holders. Not only that, you do have a strap over here. And that is, if you do pull it, you can actually move this whole piece. So I'm going to show you how it looks once you do fully put this down. So as you can see, there are mats on the other side, so it's not going all the way down, but you do get the point. You have this nice flat surface. So if you do want to put a bunch of stuff here without ruining your seats, you can definitely go ahead and do that. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this. And then you can just lift it and lock it back into place. And not only that, you can also lift up the seats. There's a little strap right here. So if I just pull this and push it up just like that, you do have a bunch of under seat storage on both of the sides, and these are pretty deep bins. So you can fit gym bags in here, grocery bags, just a ton of things, and then you can just put it down and hide it away. All right, so I'm gonna jump back here and kind of show you the legroom and the headroom in this. There shouldn't be any issue because this is a pickup truck. So yeah, let me jump in and show you that. All right, so entering inside, as you can see, I have a ton of legroom in this. Even though this seat can probably be moved more up or even back, I still have a good amount of legroom. Now, in terms of the headroom, even though I'm wearing a hat, and for reference, I am 5'11", so I do like all of this space here, especially right here, how it kind of slopes up, giving you even more headspace. All right, behind the driver and passenger seat here, you do have more of the soft touch material and then more of the beautiful blue stitching. You've also got the storage pockets, which are on both of the sides. And over on the rear console area, you do have your USB ports and a 120 volt outlet. All right, let's head to the front and see if anything is different. It's pretty identical to the rear. The only difference here is you do lose that second spot just because of the speaker, and this one does come with the Bang & Olufsen sound system, which is amazing. And then everything else is pretty identical to the rear, other than of course your window controls and your side mirror controls. All right, let's check out the front seats here. Now, again, just like the rear, very nice looking seats. Not only that, the difference up here, you do have Lobo engraved into the back there, and that's on the other side as well. So I do like that. It would have been cool to add it in the back as well, but hey, at least you get it in the front. And also, the front seats come heated, which is a bonus. And then down here, you do have your power seat adjustments. Now the passenger side is manual adjustable. Now this is something very small, but even the trimming down here is in blue. This could have been black, but everything just flows nicely with the blue and all throughout the dashboard area. But down here, you just have your foot pedals. You've got your hood latch release over here. And then moving up here, you've got your bed light, which is at the top by the rear power sliding window. You've got the exterior lighting controls, and then of course your cluster dimmers and whatnot. And then as you move into the venting area, even this has this cool blue striping which stands out, and then that same 3D look around here which you saw on the doors. Now as for the steering wheel, this is manual adjustable. All right, so when you enter inside and you open up your door, you do have this nice Maverick animation that plays, and then you have this Ford animation that plays on the touchscreen. So that's pretty neat. Now let's go ahead and start this up and let's see what it shows. So you got the typical built Ford Tough animation that plays, and yeah, that's pretty much it. When you do turn it off, again, you get the same Maverick animation. All right, now as you enter inside, your whole dashboard, like I was mentioning, is in that blue plastic. You got a black plastic piece right here, but rest of it is all blue. You got a speaker there in the corner, you got a speaker in the center, and in that corner over there. And then you move into your 8-inch digital cluster area. Now I say digital because the middle screen here is digital, but on the side here, it's not technically a part of the middle screen here. It's its own separate thing. I do wish this whole thing was like the center screen here, which would have looked so much better. But regardless, on here you can view a bunch of different things, and all of that is controlled through right here. So if I just press down, you can see I can go through kind of a few different things. And then if I press this right here, it's going to open up a bunch of different menus. So I can go through and select what I really want to see in front of me and just kind of have what I want, which is pretty good. And you have a bunch of different options. And then as for your steering wheel, you do have the soft touch material. And again, more of that beautiful blue and neon contrast stitching. The steering wheel does come heated, which is another bonus. And then down here, you've got this nice gloss black trimming with the chrome trimming around it. You've got the Ford badge. It's not blacked out, it's the typical blue. And then on the left side here, you have all of your cruise control settings, follow distance, your lane keep, volume controls. And then the other side, like I was mentioning, you have your cluster controls, your different modes here. You've got Bluetooth, your phone controls, and then the seat controls. Also, you'll notice behind the steering wheel, you do have paddle shifters. Also behind, you have your high beams and indicators. And then the other side, you do have your wiper controls. All right, now let me go ahead and show you the different modes that this has. So if I just press the right button, so first off, you got slippery, and then you do have eco. Next is normal. You've also got sport mode, obviously. And then next is your tow haul mode. And then lastly, you do have Lobo mode. All right, now over on the center armrest area, again, soft touch material, more of the beautiful stitching. And opening this up, you do have actually a good amount of storage space in this. And in front of all of this, down here, you have some open storage space. And then you get into your center console area. You have quite a few things on here. So over here, you have a little bit more open storage space. You've got obviously your front cup holders. You've got this slot right here. Maybe you can put your credit card or something. You've got traction control, auto start stop, electronic parking brake, and here is how you shift. So you have a rotary shifter here, which is pretty neat. And then down in this section here, you've got a bunch of different spots. You can put your phone right here and over here because it is a wireless charging area. You've got the engine start stop button right here, a 12-volt socket. Here is how you operate your rear power sliding window, and then USB ports. And then if you move up here, you've got venting here, obviously. You've got the Pro Trailer knob here. You've got the volume and on-off button for the touchscreen. And then you have a few different things here. Now, this first one here with the hand, this is your auto hold. You've got the max for your defrosting, your hazards, your cameras, and then more of the seek controls. Now, let me quickly show you the cameras on this. So if I press that, this is what pops up here. So here I have the beautiful front view, and then I have the top bird's eye view. And then if I just press this right here, I can go through all of this. So let's say I just want to see the front screen. This is what it shows. If I want to see a wider panoramic view, this is what it shows. Very, very cool. If I press it again, I've also got the rear backup camera, obviously. There's also the hitch camera and then your side mirror cameras. Now, let me go back to the first one here. And then on the bird's eye view here, you'll notice there are plus signs. So if I just click any of them, you can see more plus signs pop up. So if I press this one, it'll zoom into that exact area. I love this on any vehicle because when you are towing or even parking in general, especially in tight spots, this is very, very helpful. And then you move into this very nice, very cool looking 13.2-inch touchscreen. I love the layout on this, how everything is placed. You've got a section here, and here, and then all of this over here. Now, before I go on to the touchscreen, I just want to quickly touch on these controls down here, which are on the touchscreen, and these are your heating and cooling temperature controls. You've got the heated seat control here, the heated steering wheel over here, and then obviously the seat control for the passenger side, the heated one. But back to the main screen here. So this is what the homepage looks like on this. You've got the map view, radio, and then obviously your phone. Now, if I go over to the settings section here, it's going to open up a bunch of different things that you can obviously customize, like your clock, your display, all of that good stuff can be done through here. You do have another page that you can obviously customize, so that's pretty good. Now, if I go back to the home page and I go under features, and I think this is what most of you guys are going to be using or going through, on here you have two main things. So first one is driver assistance. This is all of your safety features. You can turn on, off, adjust it however you want. So that's where it's done from. If I just head back, there's also the towing section. So you get a connection checklist, add a trailer, all of this good stuff, manage your trailers. It's all done through here. Now, if I go back, you just got your owner's manual. That's it for that section. And then under apps, and here is even more things that you can go through. You've got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto once you do have those paired. And then you've even got YouTube on this. How cool is that? Heading back to the homepage, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Very, very easy to use, which I love. Now, another thing that this thing has added to it with the upgraded package, if I go to the settings, I believe, and then let's go to the first page here. Let's go under vehicle, and then if I go down here, you do have ambient lighting in this. So if I just click into this here, you can see I can turn up the brightness and whatnot, but you can't choose any colors or anything like that, which is a bummer, but you can choose the brightness, turn it on or off, which is pretty good. All right, now on the dashboard behind the screen, you also notice that you have more open storage space, which is, I think, another good thing to have. And then if you move up here, you have your rear view mirror. And then if you move further up, you've got your sunroof controls and then your interior lighting controls. And here's what the key fob looks like for the Maverick. It's your typical Ford key. All right, let's come around to the passenger side and let me show you what the dashboard looks like from this angle. So as you can see, you've got the blue, you've got more of that nice 3D trimming here. And even like right here, similar to how you have the door handle on the doors, you've got the similar look right over here. And then of course, just your typical glove compartment space. And here is the window sticker for this Lobo with the upgraded package. And the pricing that you see is in Canadian dollars, and this may be minus any discounts if available. Well, that does it for the review on this new 2025 Ford Maverick Lobo. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this truck. Would you buy it or would you just skip it?